Real Madrid has once again come from behind twice in the same match to secure a crucial victory against Barcelona, giving them an 11-point lead in the table with just 6 games left in the season. Goals from Vinicius, Vazquez, and Jude Bellingham. Let's hear from our coach Carlo Ancelotti.
Xavi has said that he feels a sense of injustice. He said that he told the referee before the match to avoid being the protagonist, but he didn't do so. He also said that it's a shame that there's no goal line technology in La Liga. Can you give us your opinion on these statements and the match?
I simply have no interest in sharing any opinion on what Xavi thinks. Yes, everyone has the right to their opinion, and I prefer to only talk about the match. The match was balanced, competitive, and fought. They had good moments, and so did we. But at the end of the match, and with the last drop of our energy, we scored the winning goal. With this result, we position ourselves very well in the table.
Perhaps you already have the title in your hands right now. We saw you celebrating it with the entire technical team and the players with the fans. When you made Vini's substitution, what did the Brazilian say to you?
Obviously, this has been a very important step that we have taken to win this league. Now, we have a big advantage. However, we cannot relax because the league is not over yet and we have to earn some more points. This helps us to prepare for the Champions League semifinal coming soon. Regarding Vinicius, well, he didn't like being taken off the field. He told me he wanted to keep playing. The effort everyone has made, especially the forwards, has been huge considering the last match. I asked them to defend and work for the team, but they are the ones who run more distance and with speed. They're always trying to attack with depth and speed. All of this consumes a lot of energy. So I understand why he wants to continue, but it was necessary to put someone fresher.
Do you think it was divine justice that Bellingham scored the winning goal, the goal that almost gave you the league title?
Yes, of course. He arrived at the right moment for the goal. He played a game with a lot of effort. He worked hard. It had been a while since his last goal. But he finally scored one that could be crucial to winning this league.
Do you understand Barcelona's complaints? They consider that the referee was key to their defeat. What do you think about that?
There will always be situations like this. You know, I think the goal they were claiming was not a goal because there is no clear image indicating that the ball had crossed the line. Now, about the penalty on Lucas Vazquez, that seems quite clear to me. I'm satisfied with the result of the match. As I said, it was good gameplay outside. And also from Barcelona's side, Barcelona showed a lot of quality. We saw it in the young players' game. Overall, it was a high-level match.
You've already talked about Vini and the young players of Barcelona, and you might be asked about Bellingham. But what does it mean to have Lucas Vazquez in the team? This was his 342nd match. I asked him if he thinks it was his best match, and he said yes. He's a player who never complains. Today, he played a fantastic game, replacing Carvajal. He earned a penalty, provided an assist, and scored a goal, yet he doesn't know if he will continue playing next season. A player of this performance cannot leave the club. Shouldn't you say something to the club about this?
Obviously, he is a very important player, not only for what he did today, but for what he has done throughout the season. At this moment, he is performing at a very high level and competes with Carvajal, who is one of the best fullbacks in the world. Today, Lucas made the difference just as he has done in many other matches. Today, for example, Carvajal could have played, but I think there are players at this moment in the season who are at a high level. One of them is Lucas. Another is Modric, who is also in very good physical shape. So they help us a lot, especially after such a big effort like the one we had on Wednesday.
How have you managed the last 2 days since you only trained on Friday and Saturday? How will you manage the next days thinking about the tie against Bayern?
Well, we have managed these days trying to recover as best as possible, although there were players who did not manage to recover in time, like Nacho and Mendy. That's why we decided to give them rest. As I said before, I think the best way to prepare for the end of the season in the next days is to continue doing the same thing we have done, simply try to win the matches we have to play. Starting this Friday, which will be a difficult match. To prepare for the semi-final matches, we have to do our best in the next Friday's match.
Something that caught our attention during the celebration of the victory. You were with your technical staff celebrating all together, while the players celebrated with the fans at the south end of the field. Arda Güler did not join the celebration and stayed apart. Don't you think he is wrong and should celebrate with his teammates?
I don't know. I haven't seen this, so I can't comment. I celebrated the victory with the technical staff, and then I went to the dressing room. Now we will analyze all this calmly, but for the next matches, Arda Güler will have the minutes he wants to play.
After the tough night experience you had on Wednesday, how have you managed the team mentally and physically to plan for tonight's match?
We tried to repeat the same strategy we used strategically against Barcelona months ago, especially in the Super Cup match. Obviously, we tried to press a bit more in this match since we were playing at home, and it worked out well. We lacked a bit of accuracy in front of goal. We had a bit of irregularity when coming out with the ball. At times, the team insisted on playing through the wings when through the center we were superior. It was a match as it had to be, and we did it well. This has been a fantastic and unforgettable week, and we are happy with it.
Last Tuesday, it was said that there would be a Champions League semi-final between Atletico and Barcelona, and that City would eliminate Real Madrid. But 5 days later, Barcelona and Atletico are eliminated from the Champions League, and Real Madrid is in the semi-finals and 2 games away from winning the league. What are your thoughts about these 5 days?
Well, I think we have done very well. I believe it could not have been done better, and honestly, very few thought this would be possible. But as usual, we did not give up.
Modric posted your tweet saying, "This is not a coincidence. We had a week where the talk was about Madrid's style of play against City, if Madrid was dominated or not. Now Xavi says they deserve to win the match. Do you agree with Modric's comment? Don't you think that many don't give credit to Real Madrid for their achievements?"
I think we have had a fantastic season despite the problems we have had. Particularly injuries and many other issues. So far, we have done spectacularly well. Regarding whether Barcelona deserved to win the match, I'm not so sure about that, although a draw could have been fine. For us, a draw was not a bad result.
You say that the draw was not a bad result, but your team went for the win, despite the draw being fine. Physically, Real Madrid didn't seem to suffer consequences from playing 120 minutes last Wednesday. How important is the euphoria and mentality of the players after the Champions League semi-final qualification?
What happened is that when we made it 2-2 in the match, Barcelona tried to put a lot of players forward, and then they lost balance. From there, we had transitions in attack very easily, and that's how we scored the winning goal. Vinny could have scored with a long pass from Lunin before that. Nunicic stopped. Barcelona went too much forward and lost balance.
The draw was a good result, but the players sought the victory, leaving aside the physical aspect, but mentally, we saw Jude Bellingham motivating the crowd and his teammates a lot to seek victory. What does that tell you about Jude and your team?
I think there is a connection with our fans in our stadium. We have fans who have the same desire and enthusiasm as us. This connection with them has helped us a lot, helps us now, and will help us for the next games here.